Now, disclaimer, Wargaming still has a week to buff this vehicle with a micro patch to salvage it before they release it into the premium shop, so all hope is not lost. But until then, the stats are terrible, as the French would say it, so it's not looking great. But welcome back, folks. Today we'll take a look at the ELC EVEN 90mm. So this is going to be one of the smallest vehicles ever introduced into World of Tanks. It is going to be a premium tier 8 French light tank. So the main selling point is it's small, it's stealthy, and that's pretty much it. So they have actually gutted the stats in the rest of the firepower department, and they actually nerfed the view range and nerfed the health. So basically Wargaming gutted this vehicle from the fighting aspect of playing a light tank. So the main focus is playing as a passive scout, and that's it. They nerfed the DPM, nerfed the alpha, nerfed the aim time, accuracy on the move, shooting on the move, nerfed the view range and the health, did not buff the mobility, and that's it. So compared to the original ST server, the Supertest server initial iteration stats, it's like a gutted fish, sushi of a tank.
Knife goes in, guts come out. Knife goes in, guts come out.
So visually, it's not a bad looking tank. It's small. It was designed to be airborne, dropped by plane. So it's like a T-92, but it was meant to have a two-man crew, a commander and a driver. But historical accuracy is not in Wargaming's repertoire. So they actually increased a crew member by a former gunner somewhere. So how the hell do you fit another person? Who knows, but also it's mostly for training your crew for the AMX 13s, so that's why they did it, but historical accuracy out the window, so whatever. So it's a small target, it's a small silhouette, but it has no armor whatsoever. It has a weird lopsided turret because this was originally coming from the ELC EVEN 30, which had two autocannons in the oscillating turret. So they removed the autocannons, put on a low pressure, low velocity 90mm as the main gun, and that's basically it. So they never test the firing of this gun, and this vehicle never saw actual service because of the oscillation of the turret and no protection against NBCs, so nuclear, biological, and chemical attacks, which are pretty prominent, so main requisite of Cold War era vehicles. So they just shelved this thing, but they actually produced like 2 models of this tank, fully functional models. Never saw actual combat, but it's currently on display, and now it's in World of Tanks, so that's a plus. But let's take a look at the actual stats. So it's not great. And here are the main stats for the ELC EVEN. So armor wise, it has no armor, only 15mm for the turret front, and for the hull front, side armor is 10mm. So don't get spit on, brother. But if you do, you get penetrated a lot. That's not good. So yeah, it's a light tank. It's meant to be airborne. Obviously, it doesn't have armor. But what's surprising is it actually weighs less than the M56 Scorpion. The Scorpion has 1mm of armor, other than the gun shield, which is like 5mm, but still, this thing weighs less than the 56 Scorpion, surprisingly. And for the rest of the stats, penetration is below average, alpha above average, but it's a 90mm. DPM is god awful, 1152. That's even worse than some tier 4s. So it's a 3-round clip. You carry 45 rounds. It's a 90mm, so that's a plus, but it's a low pressure velocity of a 90mm, so shell velocity is 760, so that's about the same as the 268, the original Object 268 with the 152 at tier 10. So if you play that vehicle, lobbing the shell and trying to hit targets, it's like that. So that's bad. That's kind of bad. What about the gold shell with APCR? Yeah, APCR is a lot faster. So yeah, AP shell, not great. Accuracy below average, but it's autoloader, so as expected. Aim time kinda long, 2.78 seconds. Don't shoot on the move. It's pretty bad. So that's even worse than the STB, I think. Let's check it out just to be sure. But STB, yeah, that's even worse than the STB. So yeah, don't shoot on the move, but it's pretty inaccurate. Gun depression is 9 degrees, surprisingly. Gun elevation is only 13. And it's a weird lopsided turret, so it's only 13 on some aspect of the traverse and only 11 on other parts. So that's the weird diagram you're looking at. But traverse is below average for the turret and for the hull. Horsepower per ton ratio is below average, 23.88. Top speed is good, 70 kilometers per hour. Reverse is 20. Terrain resistance, slightly below average. So this is not a active scout like the LTTB, like the Bulldog, like the T92. So yeah, kinda bad. Health is only 900. Don't get touched, don't get spit on if you can. Rest of the module health, it's average to slightly below average. Not that bad. So no hidden T92 shenanigans with the engine. So that's good. Yeah, view range 380. 12 below average. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's that. You need to have binoculars or optics or both. But the best camo, yes, that is the best camo for a light tank, and the best moving camo. So the best moving camo as well as the best stationary camo, but you have no view range. So yeah, better put binoculars and camouflage net. Basically, passive scout. Shell price, slightly above average, so that's not good. So basically, costs a little bit more to fire the gun, but it's a 90mm gun, so weighs only 6.7 tons. So here's a fun fact: the M56 Scorpion weighs more. Yeah, the 56 Scorpion weighs about half a ton more than this vehicle. It has no armor though. 56 Scorpion has 1mm of armor. So yeah, that's this vehicle. Gold shell, don't even load high explosive, it's not even worth it. But gold shell is 215, and that's also below average by a little bit, but yeah, this DPM, oh my god. And here is the fun part. Here is the fun comparison with the original stats on the ST server, the Supertest server initial iteration of this vehicle. So compare it with this stats. Yeah, it's a lot better DPM, a lot better. 2 more rounds in the clip. So same old shell velocity, whatever, but better aim time, better dispersion, shooting on the move, same gun depression, same elevation, traverse as well, same mobility in general, but it has more health and better view range. Costs less for the shell as well. Yeah, it costs less for the shell. What? Same number of shell as well. Why have you gutted this vehicle from the original stats? I don't believe it. The DPM sucks ass. And 3-round clip. It was a 5-round clip with a lot more DPM and better aim time, better accuracy shooting on the move. Yeah, a little bit better accuracy shooting on the move. Not after the shooting, but you get the gist. Oh my god. Yeah, so gutted. Fish sushi of a tank. Ugh. And there you have it, folks. The ELC EVEN 90mm. So like I said, there's still a week left for Wargaming to micropatch a buff. And they did that for a lot of the previous premium tanks, like the Marrow Breaker, like the T92, like the STRV-81, like the Chrysler K, like, yeah, a lot of examples. So hopefully they buff this tank before they release it. But currently, yeah, terrible. Merde. Of the stats, holy crap, it's pretty bad, but it's a very interesting tank. It's very weird in terms of design, oscillation of the turret and the compartments It was a small tank meant to be airdrop, so it's not like traditional normal tank, conventional turrets and large size, so interesting in that aspect. But in terms of gameplay, Wargaming wants this vehicle to be only one purpose, or only wants a purpose for this tank, and that's the only job it could do, and that is passive scout. It was not meant to do any of the fighting, any of the brawling, or other aspect like active scout, none of that. So only passive scout. But based on the current meta, based on the current rotation of the maps, it's all corridor maps, all city maps, and playing light tanks with no armor and no mobility in city maps and corridor maps and no DPM, you will not have a good time. Not really. So based on the current stats, play the T92, buy the T92, or buy any of the other light tanks as a premium if you enjoy light tanks. But the only good aspect other than the camo about this vehicle or the passive scoutiness of this vehicle is the price. It is one of the cheapest tier 8 currently with gold price, but you cannot buy it for gold. You can only buy it for actual money currently. So I would recommend, if you really want a French light tank, if you can buy the AMX 1357, that would be a good choice. Otherwise, wait for this vehicle to become available for gold and then buy it for gold, for discounts of the gold as well. But yeah, the stats are not great. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.